A colorist is an editor who is in control of colour grading for the shots in a film. On set, when the camera shoots footage, it is in a raw format, which means that it isn't very colourful, but the colour is actually stored in data. When the colorist gets the footage, the data can be extracted, allowing it to be played around with in the shot. A colorist must have knowledge of colour theory. Colour can affect people differently, either emotionally, physically or psychologically. Different colours have different meanings, such as red has the meanings of love and passion, but also danger and anger. Using colours in a certain way to create meaning is important for a colourist. A colourist has multiple responsibilities. First of all, if any footage needs correction of its colour or its exposure due to issues when shooting, it can be done easily with colour grading. They also have to make sure they follow the rough ideas of what the client wants from them. Quality control is an important part of being a colourist. If a film or show is to be broadcast, it has to follow guidelines to make sure there's no errors when people are watching, which includes RGB limits, maximum and minimum chroma, along with white and black levels. An audience expects certain items and people look a certain way, so it's important for the colorist to make sure they look how it's expected or better if possible. If something looks unreal, then it can pull someone out of the story being told. A colourist, alongside needing to know important technical aspects, has to have a creative side to them. A colourist works mostly with the director and the director of photography to find out what they want from the project. The colourist then takes this and combines it with their creative ideas to come up with a series of gradings that fit the shots. A colour calibrated monitor is used, as it shows the exact colour being used, whereas a normal monitor's colours are slightly off and that would affect the overall look and feel of the grading. A colourist also has a control panel, allowing them to easily access to the controls across software that they are using, and a set of tracking balls, which they tend to change the colours with more precision than what they would with a mouse and keyboard. Once the colourist has created gradings, the client will come and sit to review the footage, giving feedback and how they feel about it. I decided to look at a professional in the industry named Dave Hussey. He is one of the founding members of the Post House Company 3, with over 30 years experience of editing and colour grading on a range of projects. Initially, Dave worked as an assistant offline editor until he came across the role of a colourist and started to teach himself the basics. Later, he was taught by another colourist called Stuart Hurst. Dave has worked on a number of high-end projects with his company, including films such as Red Sparrow and Hobbs and Shaw, TV shows such as American Gods, but he mostly works in music videos such as Everyday Life by Coldplay, Thunder by Imagine Dragons and Bad Blood by Taylor Swift. When doing my research on Dave Hussey, I came across an interview where he said as colorists, it is our job to interpret and enhance the look of what the director and DP are trying to achieve visually. A colorist needs to have an innate sense of beauty and mood. There is no substitute for a taste. A great colorist is not a button pusher. Our clients come to us for our perspective and collaboration in the look of their films, which I believe sums up the role of colorist perfectly. That they are more than just an editor, they are an artist bringing the world to life.